the friend zone. Yeah, we got to talk about it. It's one of the biggest topics on my page right now. Everyone's like, but have you checked your friend zone? So listen, I made a list. Like, I actually wrote out a list of every single man in my life. And I can officially tell you that they fit in one of three categories. They are either married, gay, or in one very specific situation, in prison. Now, he is not married, but he is in a relationship. So I can officially tell you that my friend zone is not an option for me. Now, I know what the trolls are going to say. They're going to say, oh, but you're ancient. You're basically mummified. You should have thought of that when you were 25. Listen, the men that I was friends with when I was 25 were not viable relationship options. Case in point, the one that I had the biggest crush on is currently in prison. So we can safely rule out the friend zone for me. Now, I know there are good options in the friend zone for some of you. So tell me, is there someone in your friend zone that could be a viable option? Why or why not?
You know the video of that lady that couldn't get 4 guys together to move a granite slab, and she concluded that it's because she wasn't hot enough? Well, it makes me think that men have successfully banned the friend zone. And it also made me realize that I haven't talked about the friend zone in a very long time. Like, I used to talk about it back in 2020 when I first got on TikTok, but until this week, I could not remember the last time that I had talked about it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I really think that there was one singular movement, singular trend that really motivated men to officially ban the friend zone. And it's not the 4B movement. Can you guys guess? It was all the women choosing the bear over the man. So yeah, when a woman comes on complaining that men won't help poor little old me, they are plainly asking that girl to call on the bear instead. The kind of funny thing is that bear could probably move that granite stone way easier than 4 guys. It would probably just take 1 bear, right? It would be a little bit easier on everyone.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend zoned because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit, and it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this.
She sets a boundary, he sets one too. Simple. Unfortunately, this basic concept somehow gets lost on a lot of women. Men usually mirror the effort and interest they're shown. Begging only destroys your self-respect, and once respect is gone, it doesn't come back.
I'm kind of the queen of getting friend zoned. Every single guy that I go on a date with, okay, every single guy is an exaggeration. A lot of guys that I go on dates with, they all want to be friends with me. And it's like, I get it. I would want to be friends with me too. I think that they see me and they're like, wow, high value woman, so hilarious, so beautiful. I don't have what it takes to date you. That's how I think that they think of me. They're like, I don't have what it takes to date you, but I love your personality and I want to keep you around. It's like they want their cake and they want to eat it too. And so here I am being friend zoned left, right, and center. And it's just like, does anyone want to be my friend but also make out with me at the same time? It's kind of weird to me when guys want to friend zone me because I'm like, either you can't get it together enough to the point that you want to date me or you're gay. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm like, you're either down for men and that's why you want to keep me around, kiki all the time, have fun, call me with your problems, tell me everything about you, or you just know that you can't take on what I have to offer, which is look at me, I don't care, it is what it is. I know the vibes. So yeah, if you're being friend zoned by guys, it just means you're high value and they don't want to disappoint you when they inevitably will when they date you, and you'll be like, no, this ain't working for me, sir. So yeah, that's my thought of the day.
I don't know what man needs to know or understand this, but if she says anything like, I'm too busy, I have work or school, I have to focus on myself, she doesn't like you. It doesn't matter how many dates you take her on. It doesn't matter how much you hang out. It doesn't matter how much you guys text back and forth. She is not interested in you. Maybe you've even developed a friendship. That's cool, but she doesn't like you beyond just a friend. When a woman likes you, she is going to move mountains to be with you, and there are no excuses. She's going to be about it. So stop telling yourself, stop gaslighting yourself into doing more, like, oh, if I just take her out more, if I'm nicer, if I listen to her feelings, if I let her talk about other dudes, about her problems, she's eventually going to change her mind. She's not going to change her mind. If she tells you some dumb like, you're such a great guy, you're going to make a woman so happy one day, she's giving you a backhanded compliment, and it's. And another thing, if you guys are always hanging out and she's always on her phone when she's with you, but then she takes forever to respond to you, she's intentionally ignoring you. Point blank, period. And she's ignoring you because she knows that you have feelings for her and she doesn't like you. Stop trying to gaslight yourself into believing that if you change what you're doing, she's going to wake up one day and suddenly like you. Have some self-worth, have some dignity, and just understand that you can have a platonic relationship without anything romantic. But stop doing more for these ladies. Stop sending them money. Stop giving them gifts. Stop making time for them. Stop making them a priority when they've given you excuses as to why they don't like you. Seriously, stop friend zoning yourself. Stop being the side dude. Stop sticking around hoping that you're going to change her mind, because you're not. Okay, bye.
Some will argue that as long as the woman is comfortable with a situationship, it's not the same as the friend zone. Sometimes that's true, but often it's not. The friend zone is essentially the backup bench. Go where you're wanted. If she put you there, she's already shown you how she sees you.
All right, I say this all the time, and I get heat for it. Situationships do not exist. You are friend zoned, and you happen to be a woman. So let's talk about it. First off, what does the friend zone dynamic look like for guys, since I think we're a little bit more familiar with that? It's a guy who wants to be with a given girl, but maybe he's tried, maybe he hasn't. Regardless, he can't close the deal. Maybe this is because she's out of his league, maybe she just doesn't see him as relationship material, maybe that's his fault, maybe that's not, maybe she's just emotionally checked out, whatever it is. If you're in a situationship, this should sound pretty familiar to you. The only difference is that when a woman friend zones a guy, it's a high likelihood that she uses him for emotional intimacy. Like, he's probably the one that she goes to a shoulder to cry on whenever she breaks up with someone or has troubles in her dating life. But a guy is using her for physical intimacy. The guy in the situationship is usually pretty content with the situationship. He's okay if it stays that way indefinitely. He doesn't have commitment issues, he's just made a decision. And that decision is that while he's fine to do something physically with you, probably sleeping together, he doesn't really want anything more than that. If you want a relationship and the other person doesn't, there's no specific category of like mini relationship that you're getting. It's just called rejection. But unfortunately, it's a really sticky kind of limbo that you can get stuck in if you just completely refuse to accept it because you think that a situationship eventually converts into a relationship. There's no such thing as a situationship. It's just friend zoning with benefits.
The smartest move after being friend-zoned is to let go, cut contact, and move forward. She doesn't owe you romance, and you don't owe her companionship. As men, especially as future husbands, we refuse to be treated like unpaid labor. The entitlement is wild.
Okay, I need to womansplain the friend zone. Because I just watched a video where a woman said that the friend zone doesn't exist. And I've seen tons of videos from women who criticize any men who use the term as just being misogynistic pigs who only want one thing out of women. And these are people who just don't understand what the term friend zone was supposed to mean. So again, I'll womansplain. Yes, there are some men who honestly believe that if they insert enough friendship coins into a woman, they are eventually entitled a girlfriend. Those are called nice guys, but it is not the same as being friend-zoned. Getting friend-zoned is when a woman is not interested in a guy or attracted to a guy, but she leads him on to believe that she is, so that she can attempt to manipulate as much as she possibly can out of him. She will use these men for emotional labor to validate the shit out of her whenever she's dealing with an a-hole guy, but then disappear on him entirely when that a-hole guy starts talking to her again. She keeps saying she's not ready to date you, but then guilt trips the hell out of you if you even so much as start talking to another girl. Being friend-zoned is when someone puts you into an emotional freezer bag and stuffs you into the way back of the freezer, thinking they can just take you out to thaw and have no other existence anytime they need you. A lot of men who have been friend-zoned have straight up told the girl, please tell me if you don't like me so I can move on. And they get these BS answers like, no, I do like you, I'm just not ready right now. Trust me, the friend zone is very painfully real. And if you have no idea what it's like, go take a victory lap. Enjoy. Good job.
Flip the roles for a second. Imagine a man asking his buddy if he could borrow his wife to cook meals for him. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet the reverse gets normalized.
Boys, you did it again. You're stuck in the friend zone. It sucks, but I got a couple of tips. This is gonna sound harsh, but grow a backbone. Tell her how you feel. If you don't eventually tell her how you feel, you're gonna be stuck here forever. I know it's hard to believe, but she honestly might not even know that you feel this way. Sometimes putting your emotions on the line, in spite of rejection, is what it takes. Next, ask her how she feels about the possibility of something more. She's likely to tell you that she doesn't want to lose you as a friend. If this is the case, accept it and move on. You still have hope. Third, patience is not key. You're probably like, what the hell, right? I know you might want to be there for her, be a good friend to her, be a good support system, and you think that sticking around is going to prove a point. Unfortunately, that's not the case. You need to go out and live your life. The more that she sees you going out, enjoying your life, and being desired by other women, the more desirable you become to her. Next, stop putting her on a pedestal. She's just not doing the same for you. The more you chase something, the more it's going to run away. When you stop obsessing over her, you might even realize that you're deserving of much more. If I'm being honest, girls sometimes keep their guy friends around just because they don't want to be alone. I've done it before. Now, hey, she might come running back, realize what she had all along, and you might live happily ever after. But I want you to keep in the back of your head, do you want to be with somebody that wants you just because they thought for a second they couldn't have you?
Pay attention when a woman suddenly reaches out. Ask yourself, is she bored or does she need something? When this gets pointed out, people act like you're saying women offer only one thing, which misses the point entirely.
So can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but like in the way where you both come over and he helps, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. Like it's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
This is absolutely the result of men leaving the friend zone, which is becoming so widespread that here we see a woman coming online asking other women if she can borrow their husbands. It's called a handyman. You Google somebody locally, you call that number, and then guess what? You have to pay for it. Because trust me, no husband wants to spend hours at your house, even if his wife is there, to fix things for you and then get just a beer and some food out of it. That man would much rather just stop for some takeout food on the way home from work and then actually be able to sit down for an hour, which is honestly all he wants because these husbands out here are tired. Lastly, could you imagine a man coming on here making a video and talking about how he wants to borrow your wife in order to do wifey things like cleaning and cooking and doing laundry? No, he would be canceled so quickly and he would be kicked off of social media. But that doesn't happen when a woman makes that video because of the double standard.
Many men simply remove themselves from the equation altogether. There is no friend zone. She either wants you or she doesn't. She either values you or she doesn't. That's it.
Okay, so you know how men are super simple, and if they're truly into you, you'll know. It's not rocket science. Women are actually the exact same way. If she's making up excuses why she's not texting you back, if she's not jumping at the opportunity to see you, if she doesn't act like she likes you, she doesn't like you. Don't let women put you in a friend zone because this is what they try to do. They'll try to keep you around because they think you're good enough to become a friend. They want you to give them that attention that they think that they deserve, but they don't think you're good enough to be a potential boyfriend or someone that they would date. So it's not rocket science with women either. If she doesn't act like she likes you, if she doesn't jump at the opportunity to go on a date, if she doesn't text you back right away, if she doesn't act excited around you, she's not interested and she probably wants to friend zone you, so just drop it. No point in being friends with her. A woman that likes you will not keep you second guessing. You'll know. It's gonna be easy, it'll flow, it'll be natural. You guys will be on the same page. So if you feel like you're doing the chasing and it's not reciprocated, drop her. She doesn't like you.
A lot of women think they know what they want until they get it. Unfortunately, the women who genuinely want a healthy, intentional man are becoming rare.
If you're an attractive woman, he's not your friend. He's not your friend. Not how most men think. They don't just be friends with an attractive woman because they like her personality. He's waiting for the opportunity, hoping for the opportunity to get out of the friend zone. Or, he's using you for social status. If a guy has attractive female friends, it definitely elevates his status. I have some guy friends, but I know where things stand. Like, I know if ever they got the opportunity, they would take it.
Take Kaka as an example. Elite athlete, successful, attractive, loyal, great husband and father. His wife still left him because he was too perfect. That alone says plenty about modern relationship dynamics.
as a guy, stop putting yourself in the friend zone. Women know what they want almost immediately. So if she's putting you in the friend zone and she's giving you a bunch of excuses like, oh, I'm not ready to be in a relationship yet. Oh, I'm just in a tough place right now. Oh, I just need some time to figure out myself and I just need to find my journey. She's bullshitting you. She just really don't like your ass. She don't really find you attractive, but she's being nice. She's too nice to just be like, get the F out my face. She's just being nice by saying all these excuses to not hurt your feelings. So she's putting you in the friend zone and basically keeping you as an option when her main dude that she really liked, that'll let him do whatever the hell he wants, she's playing games with that nigga and giving him the time of day. And if that falls off or if that breaks off or he dumps her one day, she'll have you in the friend zone when it's time for her to pack it up, be in these streets, and she can run back to your ass as the backup plan. So fellas, ladies only have male friends as a backup plan. Don't get it twisted.
So walk away and don't look back. Find someone who is intentional about choosing you. If you're in the friend zone, there's no respect there. Accept it for what it is. Stop fantasizing that she'll suddenly change her mind.
Who doesn't love the good old-fashioned Hollywood trope of the friend zone guy being the right guy all along that was under her nose the whole time? It sounds like something, Julia Roberts would be. Well, oh wait, she was. This comment. It's funny, I usually hear from men who are upset about being friend zoned. I rarely hear from women who are upset about being friend zoned because, I don't know, women either take it or leave it. I think that's one of the things. And I think the other thing is, like, women understand the value of having a good friend, and they understand that, if this is someone that we intellectually connect, it doesn't hurt to have another person kind of in my support network. Men don't do well with the friend zone because they see it as you're kind of waiting on bat. They think if I just hang around long enough, she is going to realize what a good thing has been in her face all along. And here's the sad truth. If she friend zone you, you're not the right guy. You were never the right guy for whatever reason. Maybe she's not attracted to you. Maybe there's other lifestyle factors that make you guys incompatible. But you can stick around for 2 months or 2 years. You're never going to be the right guy. And you really have no right to be bitter about it. If she said she only wants to be friends with you, she means it. Now, I have learned from my mistake of friend zoning a couple guys and then finding out later on that when they really aren't going to get anywhere with me, they're not so nice. Going back to my video about nice guys not really being nice guys. I learned that the hard way. So now, if I'm not attracted to them, I let them go. I don't try to form a friendship. Gentlemen, maybe that's something that you should be doing too.
She doesn't truly want him, she just doesn't want to see him with someone else. It's pure ego. She wants to keep the backup option and enjoy the benefits of his attention.
So can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but like in the way where you both come over and he helps, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. Like it's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
This is absolutely the result of men leaving the friend zone, which is becoming so widespread that here we see a woman coming online asking other women if she can borrow their husbands. It's called a handyman. You Google somebody locally, you call that number, and then guess what? You have to pay for it. Because trust me, no husband wants to spend hours at your house, even if his wife is there, to fix things for you and then get just a beer and some food out of it. That man would much rather just stop for some takeout food on the way home from work and then actually be able to sit down for an hour, which is honestly all he wants because these husbands out here are tired. Lastly, could you imagine a man coming on here making a video and talking about how he wants to borrow your wife in order to do wifey things like cleaning and cooking and doing laundry? No, he would be canceled so quickly and he would be kicked off of social media. But that doesn't happen when a woman makes that video because of the double standard.
Why does she put you there? Few things hurt more than liking someone who locks you into that box while sending mixed signals. Men stick around as loyal friends, provide free emotional support, and still get treated like the idea of romance with them is offensive.
If you're in the friend zone right now, you have two options. Continue being her friend and give up on the idea of ever dating her. Or two, stop being her friend and give yourself a fighting chance at dating her. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. She might like you, but she doesn't desire or respect you. You wanna know why? Because you're acting like a girl. You're passively marketing yourself to her. You're basically begging her to notice you. That's not what men do. When a man with confidence and self-respect wants to pursue a relationship, he makes his intentions clear and doesn't play games. He acts in a manner that represents what he wants the relationship to be. And if she doesn't reciprocate, he moves on to a girl that will. He doesn't linger as her friend. The first time I flew to Florida to visit my now boyfriend, I told him I wanted to visit his friends first to see if we had a good connection. He told me, verbatim, I have no interest in being your friend. This statement was jarring, but it did two things. It simplified the situation and put me in a much less anxious headspace, and it also made me respect him immensely because he was clearly a man of self-respect. So find some self-respect of your own and get the hell out of the friend zone.
Her reactions tell you everything about who she's choosing to be. She absolutely fumbled. The moment she bragged about other men lining up to spend money on her, she revealed how little she valued him or the connection.
You should not stay friends with a girl who rejects you. I get it. I've been in this scenario before where a girl rejects you and it hurts a lot, but then she says, oh, but we can stay friends. And then you think to yourself, oh yeah, you know what? If I just be her friend for a while and I show that I care about her, oh yeah, one day, then she'll finally want me again. But in reality, it never actually works out that way. When a girl says, let's be friends, what she's basically saying is, I want your attention, I want your validation, but I don't actually want to make any sort of romantic commitment to you. And to be honest, being in this position with a girl who you like just really hurts because she'll always talk about all the guys that she's into, who she's going out with, and then you're just like her guy best friend who she's talking to about all these things. It's not very good for your mental health. Instead, just cut things off. It might be hard at first, it might hurt, you might feel like you're losing out on something, but in reality, you're just freeing yourself up for another girl who would actually want to be with you and value you for who you are. And then if she decides she wants to be more than friends and she comes back to you, that's great, but don't stay in the friend zone with a girl who you actually want to be more than friends with because that's not authentic to you.
Any man with self-respect would have left the second she called him weak and tried to flex her options. She thought dangling simps would pressure him into proving himself. All it did was show how replaceable she thought he was.
How long have you guys been together?
About 6 months.
That's it? It's new. Oh, it's newish.
We're friends. We're just friends, but he wants it.
Can we talk about this not in front of everyone, Jesse?
I'm single.
It's complicated.
I'm single, guys. I'm single.
What?
Oh, no. We're really good friends. We're friends.
Jesse?
Oh, guys, I'm single.
What?
Oh, no. We're really good friends.
Let's be clear, you don't get girlfriend benefits if you're not the girlfriend. Friends are just friends. If you're only a buddy, expect to be treated like one of the guys.
Why does a guy go in the friend zone and can he get out?
For me personally, it's really hard to get out of the friend zone. I'm not a very friends to lovers kind of girl, so I feel like if you take too long to take that first step, I think I'm going to friend zone you.
So it's almost like he's being too timid.
Yeah.
And there might be a moment where something could happen, but once you feel that timidity, it's like a turn off forever.
Yeah, I don't think it's timidity. There's just, I'm either attracted to someone or I'm not, and I can tell on the first date usually.
Wow. So yeah, so it could just be there's nothing he can do. You either have that chemistry,
yeah,
or he's out.
She kept him stored as a fallback, assuming he'd wait until she decided she was ready. Meanwhile, he never even saw her that way. She assumed he was a nice guy playing the long game, when in reality he simply wasn't interested.
How long you been friends?
Shit, what, like a year?
Like a year, a little over a year.
If that, I don't know.
Have you ever thought about him as your future man?
No.
You're vice versa, not even like that. She's a little too crazy for me, so I don't know.
Jerry.
So there's no circumstance where you'd ever give him a chance or, let him hit?
Let him. Girl, that's not a nice thing to say. Let him hit. That's disrespectful.
Why do you feel that way?
Because we good friends.
Yeah,
we
that's
good friends.
icky to say, like, yeah, we're friends. It's icky to say, like,
she's a homie. She's a homie.
Yeah.
She's a homie.
Saying let him hit is not very nice.
But be honest with me. What is it about him that makes you not attracted to him the way you would be attracted to another guy?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
That's a valid question. That's a valid question. That is a valid question. But no. That's for another time. Appreciate the questions, my guy. We got to get out of here.
Yeah,
we got to get out of here.
really do.
Appreciate it. Shut up.
Women understand this dynamic perfectly and still act confused. They soak up the attention, validation, and emotional labor, then drop the "we're just friends" line the moment feelings surface.
So why do men leave women in the friend zone? It could be for a couple of reasons. One, he may not find the woman attractive. I mean, it happens. It happens on both sides. And also, even if it starts out with a romantic situation in mind for both sides, as time goes on, as y'all have conversations, as y'all go on dates, he could see something unattractive and he could lose all attraction for you in the process. Another reason that he could leave you in the friend zone is because he was never serious about you in the first place. Some guys are just out here playing the field. They're trying to see what they can get. And sometimes during that process, he could run into somebody that's cool and he may want to keep you around, but it's only going to go to a certain level. Another reason he might leave you in the friend zone is because he found a better option. I'm sorry, it happened. Look, men and women got to understand that there's always going to be somebody more attractive than you out there, and if they get the opportunity to get with that person, why wouldn't they jump at it? Also, I just thought of this. Another reason a man might leave you in the friend zone is because you taking too long. A lot of y'all got some of these men jumping through unnecessary hoops, and they're going to go down the path of least resistance most times. With that being said, a lot of y'all got to make sure you don't overplay your hand, all right? Some of y'all overprice yourselves when it comes to men. The secret here is that men don't operate on struggle. The more you make him struggle, the more he's going to value you. In fact, it works in the opposite direction. The more you make a man struggle to get with you and the more he has to work to pull affection and attention out of you, the less he likes you. A lot of men ain't about to chase and apply pressure to somebody that's resistant, and he's going to let you go and you're going to be stuck over there in that friend zone. Either way, I know I'm late on this, but I really do hope that helps.
What's your name?
Natalie.
Natalie, is that your man?
No. That's my friend.
Damn.
No, he is. Dead ass. Like.
Oh, you're gay?
No.
I thought you said you're open. You said you was open. I thought.
No. I said I'm the homie.
Homie. Okay. Are you telling me you want to hit?
Bruh, I'm good. We cool.
No homo. You a good looking dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You want to let my man hit?
Nah, we're really, really close friends, though. It's not like that for real. If they say guys and girls can't be friends, like, it's a lie, because guys and girls can be friends.
So we can stop lying. So you're telling me you ain't never thought about being in the guts, like, just between you and me?
You funny as hell. No, we're cool, bro.
Worth a shot.
She shut it down instantly, no hesitation. He barely finished speaking before getting launched straight into the deepest friend zone possible. She didn't want him, period. It had nothing to do with timing or readiness.
Okay, so me and my friend, a platonic homeboy, we went somewhere last night and we had to get out the car like 3 times. Okay, and he didn't open my door not a single time. So I let it go by a couple times, and then I said, now that's your 3rd time not opening my door. And he was like, well, I feel like that's romantic. And I said, wait, this is a common courtesy, okay? I know we just boys, okay? I know we just boys, but I am still, okay? Treat me like a lady. Disregard the mustache and the whiskers down here, okay? I am very much still a feminine woman. Open my door. Open my door. Am I tripping? Bro, open my door, bro. What y'all think?
You know, if you ask a lot of women how they feel about traditionalism, they don't like it. But usually when you ask them why they don't like traditionalism, they talk about the things they don't want to have to do that are considered traditional. Because in today's culture, what most women have.
If she truly valued him, she wouldn't leave him stuck there indefinitely. Waiting around for someone who doesn't choose you is self-inflicted misery.
Do you think men and women can just be friends?
Are one of them gay?
No, straight guys only.
No.
I really don't think so. This whole
tension.
Yeah,
chemistry.
it's too strong. I think it's possible. But
I also say this. I think girls can, but like guys, they can't. Like girls, we could do it.
Oh, we can have a guy
We're
friend.
chill.
We're friends.
We're we could do it.
But you know what I mean.
Guys.
That's why the friend zone term was coined, right? Because girls are able to friend zone guys, but usually the guys end up catching feelings for the girls.
And if the guy doesn't have feelings, then the girl most definitely does.
And if he also says we're just friends.
Oh, he's lying.
He's lying.
He's lying. He's so lying.
He's lying.
Do you have any guy friends right now, or?
No.
I have guy friends, but I'm single, so I'm allowed. You know what I mean? Like, she has a boyfriend, that's why she said no.
But like, no, it's not even just like our childhood friends. But, like, does that even count?
Right.
No.
Do you hang out with them one-on-one?
No.
Oh, no, you can't do that if you're
You can have like a group guy friend. That's different. The group guy friend is completely different than like the one-on. Why are you Snapchatting your best friend that's a girl?
Right.
What do you mean?
You don't need to do
that's
that.
not a thing.
Right.
That's not real.
I agree.
He's lying, and that's it. That's it.
Correct. Absolutely 100% fact.
Women could learn a lot by being honest about what they actually want instead of hiding behind the nice guy narrative. If it's confidence, boundaries, and emotional discipline that attract them, then stop wasting men's time pretending kindness alone is the answer. Be upfront so men can either rise to the standard or walk away.
Men stop playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.